Imagine a place where cannonballs are encouraged, marshmallows are mandatory, and just 5 more minutes turns into all day. That's Veranda Beach Resort on Lake Osoyoos, one of the warmest freshwater lakes in North America, located on the border of Canada in Oroville, Washington. The vibe is delightfully old school, with time spent with family and friends at the beach, on the lake, and under the stars. Sounds of laughter, dogs, and screen doors are the soundtracks of your stay. Rent your own fully furnished cottage with Wi-Fi and all the comforts you need. It's the best of then with all the ease of now. Veranda Beach Resort. Come play, stay, and make memories. Visit verandabeach.com now to book your stay.
Don't ask me to talk.
And welcome to another exciting edition of Don't Ask Me to Talk. I'm one of your podcast pals. I'm Eric Ryder.
Hey, I am Stacy Heller, or as I like to affectionately call myself, the other one.
Stacy, how are you?
Well, honestly, I'm going to keep it real. So, you know how we joke about how our cultural blind spots or our CBS is so much better than IBS?
Yes.
Well.
You found out for real this week? One led to another, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So I had dinner on Tuesday night at a favorite spot, date night, and it was delicious always. We love sitting at the bar, great company, great food, the whole thing. And the next day, which was yesterday when we were supposed to originally record, I was just starting around 11:30 or 12:30. Maybe it's because it was directly after therapy, and it was like my whole therapy session was about letting things go. Well, anyway, it took a quite literal turn, and it was a bad day. And so I kept researching the difference between a stomach bug and a stomach, like food poisoning, or like what could it be? And I so far have come up with it's my apples.
Now?
No, it's not a can of beans now.
No, I said, who can it be now?
Oh, I thought you said it's a can of beans now.
Oh, right. Hey, that's a song too.
It is a song.
Let's write that one. So why would you think that it's apples?
Well, for all the obvious reasons.
You're comparing apples to
apples.
Diarrhea here.
Well, okay. So I have taken to eating an apple a day. Like literally love Cosmic Crisp apples.
Gonna keep the doctor away. Yes, exactly, I do the same.
They were apparently it's a brand, a type that was actually created in Washington State around
That's right. Yeah.
Washington, not UW, but WSU. So anyway, I have been loving them. Well, yesterday, per usual, I had my apple and that was it. And then I got that not so fresh feeling and it lasted throughout the day. And in addition to, having to go pay homage to the porcelain god throughout the day, I also had like these burps. Now, I am not a burper, okay? I'm just not a burper. I mean, everybody burps. I don't mean it like I never burp, but I just mean it's not really how I digest things or don't digest things. Yesterday, though, I'll tell you what, I was like a middle school boy on a field trip with like his nun teacher. I mean, it was bad. It's very specific, I know. And so I didn't eat anything like all day yesterday and drank a lot of water, didn't feel great, went to bed last night, was exhausted, woke up this morning. What did I do? I had an apple. And I'm like, okay, still feeling really bloaty. So now I'm convinced that it's apples. And I looked up, hey, can apples like give you these symptoms? And it was like, yes, indeed they can, because of the sugars in them, and they can cause bloating, and like maybe you shouldn't eat so many apples, and yada yada yada. So having an apple a day maybe is going to keep me away. Wah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm very
I don't
scientific.
know. I eat an apple pretty much every day myself, and I don't have these symptoms, so I don't know. And I don't think it's great to disparage Washington State produce, but when I think about the fact that it traveled into Texas, and there's no telling what happens when something hits Texas.
Okay.
It's entirely possible that things have gone bad there. And one bad apple here
It's
could
spoiled
spoil your week.
your brunch. Exactly.
I don't know. Well, whatever it is, I hope you feel better. I'm doubtful this apple theory, but you never know.
Well, I am no quitter.
Lettuce is supposed to be good for you, too, and yet it's causing explosive diarrhea for folks throughout the country, apparently.
Here's the
Thanks to
funny
Taylor
thing.
Farms or whoever.
I had a salad last night, or 2 nights ago, for the first time in like a dedicated salad. Like that was my dinner. And
A dedicated salad. This one goes out to Stacy's tummy.
yes. Casey Kasem was like, hey, it finally hit the top 1.
Stacy writes, Dear Casey.
Exactly. Well, because it's normally a side salad or it's an afterthought on my plate or whatever. But this was like,
I'm an omnivore living in San Antonio, and I feel I need a little more refuge. Could you please play Cobb Salad? Stacy, this one goes out to you.
it was a niçoise, but yeah.
Whatever.
So, yeah, that happened. Salad was delicious, by the way. No hate. So I don't know if my stomach is like, salad, what have you done to me? Or
Right.
I don't know what's happening, but I feel like I'm on the home stretch, and we'll see. I don't know.
It's like maybe just, we just got to realize that eating healthy just doesn't agree with us. I mean, we've
Cheese
spent so
doodles
long.
never give me this issue.
That's right. We spent so long eating not healthy and feeling fine. Then we start trying to live our best lives, and it's all downhill.
Well, and then my legs started to feel like they're atrophied, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's because I haven't moved from like, other than like the bed to the couch to the couch to the bed in like 24 hours. And I was like, what's going on? Do I have a blood clot? Am I going to have like, I don't often go down like the, oh my God, I'm going to die. But I'm like, what's happening to me? Why are my legs suddenly super, like the calves are super tight and not in a, like I just played soccer for the past 20 years and they're like forever tight. It was in like a, do I have a blood clot? Am I going to die? Do I need to wear support hose? So yeah, pretty good stuff, right? I'm so fun.
Fantastic. We could all use some support hose in our life.
You know what? Where my hose at?
That's right. Thanks for being so supportive, hose.
Exactly. Hey, remember the movie like with Winky Dinky Dogs? Because hose got to eat too.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm pretty sure it was from Hollywood Shuffle.
Okay.
I'm going to have to look this up while you
Winky
tell me
Dinky
about
Dogs.
your week. How was your week? Was it any less bloated?
Thankfully, it has been less bloated, I guess.
Okay.
I didn't even think of that as being a highlight, but now that you mention it,
You know what? Gratitude. It is all about having gratitude. Add it to your journal tonight.
yes, didn't bloat. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy days.
Yeah, it's been another mellow week, I gotta admit. I haven't done too much stuff, but we did get out and do a little more kayaking, which is
Hey, that's
great.
two times.
2 times in the same year.
Wow.
Yes, yeah.
It's almost a
fun.
habit.
Yeah, it's nearing that. Hoping to get out even a third time this year. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, be
But-
careful.
Yeah, and we went a little further than we typically do because we managed to get out there before 7 o'clock at night, which was nice.
Hey.
So we had a little extra time, but the extra time kind of backfired in a way because I started getting numb bum. My butt was really numb by the end. I had to
Wow.
cut it short after 90 minutes because I'm like, hey, my butt is really like
I
asleep
kind of like
right now.
numb bum. Like,
Yeah.
what a cute, affectionate term for you. How's my little numb bum?
I got the numb bum. I was, hanging out watching seals pop their heads out of the water, and it was great. And then I'm like, this is uncomfortable now. So I think I need to find a more comfortable seat for the kayak.
That could be. You might be at the age and stage where you need a cushioned seat.
I am at that age and stage, indeed.
We could do, hey, is there anybody that makes a kayak / bite seat? I'm sure there's a whole bunch of like sports that require comfortable seats that wants to sponsor us. Hey, do you have numb bum? Are you out kayaking too much? Is your bike ride just way too long? Well, we've got the cure for you.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I upgraded my bike seat a couple years ago, just randomly because I found a nice one for sale. I think I need to do that with the kayak too, because
I think it's time.
yeah, I used to have a little more padding in the seat than I have now.
I was gonna say you probably have white man flat butt.
I think I'm getting there. I never used to have that, but you hit a certain age, and it's like all the fat that was once filling things out in the back is now just filling things out in the front, and it's not great.
Yeah. It's like those fidget toys that were all the rage like a year and a half ago, where it's like little convex things that you press and then they like push to the other side. Like suddenly your butt goes to your stomach.
Yeah. I need some reprogramming when it comes to that thing.
Yeah. Well, but hey, you went out and honestly, you lapped me on the couch. So there's that.
Yeah, it was fun, and summer. We're starting to get to the end of summer here. It's almost September now, so we've got maybe just like 3 weeks left or something like that, maybe a little less even. And it's like, oh, I'm starting to feel wistful. It's like it's that time. It's like, oh, gosh, we could have done so much more. And yet here we are, fall is rapidly encroaching on our summer.
Uh-huh. And the leaves start to like get that spot where they're sort of, I always think of it as it's the leaves that start turning are the ones that are being burned by the sun. I know that's not how it works, but right. It's like the leaves start to change in certain spots around this time of year. And it's like, oh no, like they're starting to go through their swan song.
You see the season change in the most obvious ways. And it's just like, there's no hiding the fact that we're going to be in winter before we know it here. Once we hit September, we got like 3 months left. What the hell?
Well, I'll tell you what.
9 months of our year just went by? Where? When? How?
I'll tell you what, though. If you're in San Antonio, Denial ain't just a river or a river walk, because it is still hotter than heller here and will be for the foreseeable future. So that's so fun. Isn't that fun?
So fun.
So fun. So fun. I just love it. I went for a walk yesterday to go get the mail. That's right. I had to go outside for like all of 30 seconds and I thought I was going to pass out because, of course, this was in the middle of not feeling well. And I was like, you know what I'll take a walk because, again, have my legs atrophied? I don't know. And so I walked downstairs and I thought I was going to die. Now, it doesn't help that since moving back to San Antonio, there's a whole bunch of things that I'm like, I can't live like this. And so we, and when I say we, I mean I bought a new table and chairs for the balcony because I'm like, I can't sit low if I'm going to eat like dinner. So I got a tall table and chairs, and we had to get a new Murphy bed. And yeah, so I've been putting things together like the little Bob the Builder that I am. And so the pass out could have been the heat, or it could have been me dragging the body. And when I say body, I mean box down the hall.
Okay.
I know, very dramatic. I'm feeling very dramatic lately. I'm just saying. That's where I am emotionally.
Now that you're in the South, you're doing one of those Southern style plays where it's very, very.
I did
declare.
I did ask for the help of a stranger in the mailroom when I asked him if he could help me put the box in my bag, but the box didn't fit. And so I had to drag it like a dead body, like my daddy. So I came home and I took to my couch and I had some sweet tea. And, well, then
you felt the vapors coming on.
Yep, all of it. All of it. But meanwhile, in Texas, they'll tell you that it's not the South.
Well, even though it is the most South.
Look, I don't want to get shot, so.
Sure, yeah. Honey, one thing you don't do is bring geography up in Texas.
Exactly. Rootin' tootin'. Yeah, it is, as we record, it is currently 100. Not bad. But the real feel is 111.
Ouch.
Yeah. So fun. So fun. So fun. Yeah. And by the way, that's not the hottest that it's going to get. No. It will actually increase to 104. And the humidity is 55%. So there's your weather update, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Don't Ask Me to Talk.
The things we do for love, right?
Exactly. Like walking in the rain. And by rain, I mean the sweat mist.
That would probably feel good right about now.
Well, I don't know. Clearly, you've never dealt with boob sweat, but whatever.
I just meant the mist. I didn't. Yeah, we didn't have to bring in boob sweat, but okay.
Okay, whatever. It's fine. Also, I was thinking about, you know how you have taken to using DuckDuckGo?
Yes.
And we were talking,
now my search engine of choice for folks that don't know.
Mm-hmm. And we were talking about how search engines very often have a verb attached with them, or they have like their phrase or whatever. I was thinking about, what about, it's not a verb, but what about duck, duck, duh?
I mean, let's get a hold of them, you know?
I mean, because it's like you look it up and you just have to look it up and duh.
Okay.
No?
I mean, maybe we noodle on that one a little more.
It's got to go back into the incubator, does it?
Possibly. It's a good first thought.
All right. Well,
first thought isn't always best thought, but you know.
The first thought is not the deepest.
I still kind of like just duck it, but.
Okay, that's true. Like, do you mean just duck it, or do you mean duck it?
I think both work.
You think they'd get in trouble with
Nike? I don't think so, because that was do it.
Yeah, I mean.
Which reminds me, I don't know if I've told this story before, but I had a Korean stepmother, right? And so I've got a Korean step nephew and step niece.
Okay.
And you know how you'll sometimes see like mistranslations of stuff on Asian products of English sayings.
Yep.
Like famously, the band Let's Active was one of those. It was just like an expression they saw on a Japanese T-shirt. Let's Active. So anyway, my step-nephew at the age of, I want to say 8.
Okay.
I go to visit and he's wearing a Just Do Me T-shirt.
No.
And I'm like trying to explain to step family why this is not really appropriate for an 8-year-old to be wearing.
Oh my gosh. Why didn't your dad say something?
You know, I think Dad subscribes to Path of Least Resistance, which is usually what I subscribe to as well. But sometimes you got to draw a line.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So that's how the sex talk went for you.
Right.
Your dad was like, he'll be fine.
I guess.
Just do him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not appropriate.
That is horrible, obviously, because it's so not appropriate, but also kind of freaking hysterical.
Yeah, it was funny. But I'm like, maybe let's get him a different T-shirt.
Yeah, let's
get him the official Nike
official.
Yes.
Wow. That's a good story. You've never shared that one.
You know, it's really hard to keep track. I need a spreadsheet of all the stories from my life that I've shared on this pod.
Well, you know, it's a good way for your friends and family to get to know you better.
That's true. Not that they want to, but if they wanted to.
I know. How many of your friends and family subscribe to our pod?
I have no idea. Nobody will admit to it.
Okay. So here's the deal. I'm going to put this out there. Hey, friends and family. Hello.
We want to get you in on the friends and family plan. You get the podcast for free if you're in the friends and family. So
exactly.
Be our friend.
Yeah. And you know what you could do? You don't have to give us a holiday gift for our next birthday or Christmas. You know what you could do? You could leave.
That ceased long ago, but sure.
Okay. Cut that part out. Instead, you can give us a nice review or rating.
Yes, please.
Right? And we'll talk about you. I mean, not that we don't already talk about you, but we will talk about you in an affectionate, loving, supportive way. I haven't checked recently to see if we have any more comments or reviews. But I mean, that's what friends and family are for.
That's what friends and family are for.
You know what? If Dolly were still alive, she would do it.
Oh, now we're really...
Okay. I have to talk about this for a second.
Yes. It has been a tough week because we lost 2 legends, Dolly Parton and Tim Curry. And it's
and
a bummer because these were both universally beloved, which is very rare in today's society.
I mean, yes. And so here's the thing with once Betty White passed, I was like, okay, I don't get political on the show, but in case you haven't noticed, I'm not a huge fan of Donald Trump. I'm just going to put it out there. And it was like, everything's going to be okay as long as Dolly's still alive. Like, we're not going to die in hellfire and war and famine and flood and whatever.
Right.
And then Dolly goes.
She was the canary in the coal mine for you.
Oh, and I'll tell you what, then coincidentally, I think not, there's a horrible, like, massive flood that happens in like Nepal. And like, I'm like, what is happening? This is the beginning of the end. And so this show is going to cheer me up. And instead, we're just going to talk about how funny Dolly was.
Yeah, she was great.
She was great. I mean, and honestly, I love the fact that she did not like state her political stance. She's like, look, I am not going to alienate my fans one way or the other. And so, to our fans, me telling you how I feel about Donald shouldn't alienate you. I still like you. We're still good.
Yeah,
Nothing to say about that.
I don't know. But yeah, she led by example.
Yes.
And, 9 to 5, which you talked about watching recently as one of your cultural blind spots, was one of the first movies that I saw in the movie theater. I actually saw it at a drive-in. And I remember, not really understanding much of this movie as a kid. I can't remember how old. I think it was like 6 when it came out. And but I remember loving that theme song.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. And, so I've always had a soft spot in my heart for her. And it's funny how, like, her career kind of just, like, evolved over the years. Because when I was a kid, like, it was just literally she was the synonym for big bosoms. That was that was her. It was like Dolly Parton is hot and she's got big bosoms. And it was just like, that was just like a universally accepted thing that was all that she was, essentially.
Yep.
But then, like, people really, like, I don't know.
Like,
I guess she
smart.
aged. Yes.
And
yeah, she aged.
savvy.
She aged beyond that, so people were able to actually start, like, thinking about, hey, you know what? Also, she makes great music. And you know what? Hey, also, she's a great person. And hey, well, what's this? She's a savvy business person, too. So It was like, it was nice to see, because it's so rare that somebody evolves from just being a sex symbol to being like this, person that is universally respected in a number of things,
Totally.
And for me, it was I never actually, like, thought of her as being hot, because I don't know, to me, she was like the hair, it was like a kind of a matronly kind of thing, so I always just thought of her as, she had this appeal, this warmth to her. And so, but it was just kind of funny how it was like, literally, that was this, like, it was just, for like at least a decade, that it was just like about, she was just reduced to having big breasts, and then it was like people like finally like, hey, put a little respect on that name.
Exactly.
Which is good. Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, she was fully aware that people for a time thought she was a joke. And the thing is, she was the first to make it. I mean, she's like, do you know how much money it costs to look this cheap? I mean, like, the things that she would say, and it was just awesome. So, rip to a really good one. And Dolly, I hope that my premonition about the world coming to an end is not in fact true. And also, I mean, Tim Curry, like, good stuff.
Yeah. Rest in power, people.
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, not trying to bring it down, but it's just good stuff. I'm so glad I saw 9 to 5 while she was alive. And I love the fact that on that album, that she gives a credit to her nails. It's like Nails by Dolly, because those were her acrylics that were tapping. I mean,
okay.
Yes, it's true. Look it up, folks. There's a fun fact for you.
Isn't it a typewriter sound?
Yes, but she used her nails.
Okay.
Yeah. She totally used her nails to make the sound.
Well, very good. All right. Well, speaking of cultural blind spots, we've got some cultural blind spots we need to talk about in our next segment. So everybody stay tuned for more Don't Ask Me to Talk. Imagine a place where cannonballs are encouraged, marshmallows are mandatory, and just 5 more minutes turns into all day. That's Veranda Beach Resort on Lake Osoyoos, one of the warmest freshwater lakes in North America. located on the border of Canada in Oroville, Washington. The vibe is delightfully old school, with time spent with family and friends at the beach, on the lake, and under the stars. Sounds of laughter, dogs, and screen doors are the soundtracks of your stay. Rent your own fully furnished cottage with Wi-Fi and all the comforts you need. It's the best of then with all the ease of now. Veranda Beach Resort. Come play, stay, and make memories. Visit verandabeach.com now to book your stay. And we're back right here on Don't Ask Me to Talk. I'm one of your podcast pals. I'm Eric Ryder. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, it's true. We're back. And it's Stacey Heller. And I think that you and I, because I heard one of the things that you watched, and I think that you and I switched like bodies or something for our cultural blind spots this week.
Well, thankfully we didn't literally, because I don't need the tummy trouble that you had, apparently.
Yeah, no.
But for folks that don't know, this segment, we talk about big pieces of culture that up to this point we hadn't seen or taken advantage of. And now we're crossing off these things off our list. And they're the kind of things like movies that when you say out loud, I've never seen that, people say, what? And I can't believe you haven't seen this. And, you know, I think with today's, it's going to be one of those for me, for sure. And Stacey, we didn't even talk about this before the show, so I have no idea if you managed to cross one off your list. But I'd love to hear what or if you did cross off your list this week.
I did. So here's the deal. Having watched The Big Lebowski, and then you talking about the Coen brothers and all of this stuff, I was like, I don't know. I've been like thinking about my dad over the past week or so, and I decided to watch one of his all-time favorite movies. No, not Harvey, the one with Jimmy Stewart and the Imaginary Bunny. That's his top.
Really? Have you seen that?
I have not seen it. I really do need to see it.
I wonder if that's a good movie, because it sounds so weird.
My dad, it turns out, had very weird taste in movies, because in his top 5 was Fargo. So I watched Fargo finally.
Which is a fantastic movie.
And
you've never seen Fargo.
There it is, folks. There's the embodiment of why we have this part of the show. Because I had never seen Fargo.
Wow.
I know.
Because, I mean, typically when people say, well, what's the best Coen Brothers movie? Inevitably, they'll say Fargo. As, you know, if you do any kind of list of top 10 of, you know, and not just a great movie, but there has been a television series that spun off from it that Noah Hawley, I believe, is behind. The Coen brothers aren't really involved, but it definitely takes the themes of the movie Fargo and other Coen brothers work and weaves them into this new fictional narrative. And it's so good. And the movie, you know, that it actually, watching the show has inspired me to go back and watch the movie in between seasons. And it just reminds me every time, like, damn, this is a good movie. So I'd love to know what you thought, because I don't want to like taint it in any stretch, but I think it's a great movie.
But you loved it, right?
I did, but you know what? It's just like I said last week talking about the Coen Brothers movies. The first time I watched it, I was like, okay, you know, but subsequent viewings, I'm like, damn, this is good. You know what I mean? So first time viewer yourself, I wonder if you thought like, this is great, or did you think, okay.
I thought, oh, this is great. I had enough background about the Coen brothers. I mean, I really hadn't seen, there's a bunch of their movies that I haven't seen. And so when we were talking about it, I was a little on the quiet side about it because I'm like, I don't really want to admit how many of the movies I haven't seen. So I was like, yeah, Raising Arizona. And, had finally seen The Big Lebowski and whatever. But this one is definitely, it feels like for a lot of people, like this is the penultimate of their whole work. And my father had just loved this movie. And it was so funny watching it because it weirdly gave me more insight into my dad's humor. Because I'm like, of course he loves this. He, like, just again, character driven, the quiet moments, the relationship between the police chief and the husband, and like his bird painting and being on like the 3-cent stamp, and just the way that the whole scheme unfolds. Like the whole thing is just ridiculousness. And like the pace, it was wild and wacky. And it's not similar to what I said about The Big Lebowski. It's not the kind of thing where like you might chuckle outside or out loud, like, haha, that's funny, whatever. But you're just like, I just sat there like having this look on my face, like, this is ridiculous. Like, yep, this totally tracks. And so I loved it. I do feel like I need to see it a second time because I did feel like I was going in like eyes wide, like, okay, I need to like get it all. And I don't think that you can get it all, but I enjoyed it. It was so good. It was absolutely like, yeah. It's really a vibe.
I think that's the right answer. It is really just a great movie. The writing is so crisp. The performances are so great. And, the story is fun too, but it's almost secondary to all that. But for folks that haven't seen this movie and it's,
you haven't seen Fargo?
Yeah, it's one of those ones where people are going to say that for sure. But Frances McDormand is, in the role of the police chief, Marge Gunderson, and she's also pregnant, and she ends up getting called in to investigate this, this murder, just her whole attitude during the whole thing is so great and so like realistic. This movie has some maybe fantastical elements to it, but it's just the way that she talks about stuff is so down to earth and realistic that it's such a breath of fresh air from how you normally see law enforcement portrayed in TV and films.
Totally.
Normally
she's so pragmatic.
Yeah, exactly. And then with her whole line, and for what? For a little bit of money? It's just like I think about that all the time. Like when I'm watching The Sopranos right now, and I'm just thinking like the whole time. And for what? And for a little bit of money, a little bit of gain. And William H. Macy, he's so good in that too. And he's just trying to get ahead a little bit here, but he can't.
Well, and does it ever become
no
clear?
Respect from his father-in-law?
No, oh my gosh, none. But also kind of didn't you don't get the impression that he deserved it.
No, of course not.
What did he need the money for? Like,
because he was failing at his job as a salesman, essentially, and so
and I'm like,
he was trying to get ahead a little bit.
So I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss that he had some gambling addiction on the side or something. But I got the impression that yes, things were not going well, and that he was trying desperately to get ahead, to get on the better side of success, to get on the better side of his father-in-law. And
his father-in-law is rich and successful, so he feels like a huge failure, basically. And gosh, the scene where the bad guys, played by Steve Buscemi and Peter Stormare, try and kidnap his wife is one of the funniest things because they're just terrible at their jobs.
I mean,
so much good stuff in it.
So good. I mean, so good. And I just like it goes to show it's such a statement about, whatever you plan in life, whether it's evil or good, like it just never goes according to plan. It just really doesn't. And how things can just like take the narrative in just a crazy, crazy place. And
yeah. And it's become it's such a huge influence on culture. I mean, I feel like we didn't really talk about Minnesota before this movie came out. And now it's like the, kind of that Minnesota vibe has been talked about and parodied so much in culture now. But this is where it starts, basically.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have a brother and sister-in-law that live in Minnesota, and I'm like, yep. There it is.
And it is funny that the movie is Fargo, of course, in North Dakota, but the whole thing is about Minnesota, essentially.
Yep.
And so, it's just a really fun movie. So highly recommend, if you haven't seen, to check it out because there's a little something for everybody. It's funny. It's compelling.
Is it on the AFI list?
We should check that out.
Because I'm like, did I just inadvertently cross off another notch on my AFI list belt?
If it's not on it, it definitely should be, much like Night of the Hunter. It's a huge oversight if it's not on there. There it is, number 84, Fargo. Yeah, so you got another one.
Yes! I feel like we're playing like AFI movie list bingo.
Yeah. Who will get to 100 first?
I think you, but I'm very happy.
But there are some that I am not looking forward to actually watching, like the 3-hour Intolerance black and white film.
You never know. It might be super great.
It might be. I mean, if it's on the AFI Top 100, it has to have some merit, one would think. But there has been a couple of glaring examples, I think, of ones that I just thought, like, I hate this. Why is this on here? Who the hell said this was good? When there's much better films from these particular directors, from these particular actors, from this particular time period. But, for the most part, I would say that this is a good list to get started in watching classic films.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. So what about you? Did you watch something on the AFI 100 list this week?
Well, it's not on there yet. And, one problem that I think with the AFI Top 100, it leans very heavily into the last century. There's not a lot from this century, so I think they're due for an update. And this movie actually came out in 2008 that I watched. And you know what? It's one that I think you would have watched having children, and especially them being of the age, I think, around in 2008, where this would have been right up their alley. But I watched Wall-E for the first time, one of the Pixar classics.
Otherwise known as WALL-E.
Yeah. Or Wall-E, as it's titled.
Or Wall-E, as all the kids say.
Sure.
But anyway, yep. So, what'd you think?
And you know what? It definitely had classic movie vibes because it's very much like a silent film. I was getting Charlie Chaplin vibes from this thing. Watching it, especially for this first half of the movie where Wall-E, for folks that don't know and haven't seen this movie, it's a future where humans have temporarily abandoned Earth, maybe not so temporarily, as we find out later, and a trash compacting robot falls in love with a flying droid and helps her on her quest to restore hope to mankind, sort of inadvertently. But that's basically it. He's left behind, basically. There's this huge corporation called By and Large that has taken the remaining humans onto a big ship called the Axiom and taken them into deep space, while planet Earth, which has been ruined, gets kind of a makeover by the robots that they left behind, these Wall-E.
Glow up.
Yeah, basically all they're doing is taking garbage, smashing it into cubes, and stacking it up. And and so that's what Wall-E does, and he's like the last of his kind, because we find out later it's been like 700 years since the humans have left Earth. And he, over time has kind of developed a personality. There's a little bug in his programming that where he's kind of become almost alive, essentially. And so he starts developing little hobbies like collecting stuff in the trash. He makes friends with a cockroach, and he finds a plant in a refrigerator. And he collects the plant because he collects little novel things, like he's collected a video iPod and VHS tapes. And
I think a Rubik's Cube or something.
Yeah, and he has smartly saved the parts of all his fallen brethren so that he can regenerate himself when his parts fail. So essentially why he's the last one still going after 700 years is because he's basically like Frankenstein himself over the last 700 years by himself on the planet. And so all that stuff is, I find the first half of this movie is really sweet and fun and really well done. Now, he really does look like this is like the son of Short Circuit, essentially, if anybody remembers that movie from the 80s. He really looks like Johnny Five, the robot from Short Circuit, but he's like
Johnny.
A little shorter because he makes cubes, apparently. But he's got the same track feet, basically, and he's got like the same kind of goggle eyes. And it's really well made and and brilliantly done. Definitely vibes of silent film. I think that's essentially what they were trying to go for, create like a silent movie for kids. And then eventually they send a probe down to Earth to you get the feeling that they do this on occasion, send these probes down to try and find if Earth is livable again. And so this probe named Eve comes down. Wall-E, who's, very lonely because it's just him and a cockroach on the entire planet, sees this, we assume, lady robot, and then immediately falls in love with her. And then they, like, after she tries to kill him several times, they end up kind of developing a connection there. But as soon as she gets the plant, it turns out that's her mission, was to find, okay, is there any life left on the planet? Yeah. And so she like sucks up this plant into her body and then like basically leaves the planet. He ends up following her back to the ship. This is, I mean, of course it's fiction, but this was part where I'm like, they've really set up a lot of stuff as being somewhat realistic. Him riding on the outside of a spaceship as they fly too close to planets seemed a little bit fantastical, even for a fantastical movie.
Okay, come on.
But you know what? It looked really beautiful. But it is a little bit silly to think like he's going to survive this. Being on the outside of a spaceship as it, hyperspaces and, gets whacked by, Saturn rings and stuff. But I'm nitpicking there.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. There's a reason why these children's movies appeal to children, right? Because, kids have not yet learned to have disbelief. And so as adults, to get closer to our inner child and enjoy these movies, we need to remember to suspend our disbelief for approximately 90 minutes and just enjoy it.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, that it's like, for most of the movie, the logic is pretty sound. So when there's something like that glaringly illogical, it does, as an adult at least, make you go, what? But it,
Fair.
You suspend that disbelief to enjoy the movie, which I did. And then he ends up on their ship, the Axiom, which is this huge ship that carrying the remaining humans. And basically they're all like big babies at this point that are just floating around on recliners, stuffing snacks into their face and watching, the screens in front of their face.
So 2026.
Yeah, it's very, and I, watching that, I started to feel like, oh, wow, I'm really glad I didn't see this in a theater, because if I had been in the theater, all reclined in one of those big AMC recliners, stuffing snacks into my face, watching a screen, I'd have just felt, that's a little too on the nose for me to enjoy this mocking.
Right.
But and then eventually there's a lot more to it, but eventually he and Eve rekindle that relationship, and the humans decide to come back to Earth. Even though the one sign of life has now been kidnapped and taken up to space, we can hope that that they figure out a way to bring that plant back to life and grow other plants and stuff on the planet. So it's a very enjoyable movie. Now, the thing is, like people have said for years, oh, trust me, you'll like this movie. It's a great movie, blah, blah, blah. It's not just for kids, and I agree. It's very well made. It's a great story. I like the acting in it. It's funny. But there are moments that just like, this is a kid's movie, that made me go, okay, well, this isn't for me, essentially. And I just had to kind of just put up with that as a grown adult watching a kid's movie. But I still appreciated it. But there were still parts like with the Eve character going, Wally, that just made me go, oh God.
Yes, you have to get over it.
Yeah.
And by the
way,
I
liked it.
It is in fact true that the director, writer, animators, etc., took their inspiration from Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton.
Yeah, and by the way, directed by Andrew Stanton, who was one of the co-writers as well. And
I actually looked up the question while you were chatting. Was any inspo taken from Short Circuit and Johnny Five? And the answer is no.
Lies. It absolutely was taken from Johnny Five. It may have been subconscious. They might not have realized that they were ripping Short Circuit off directly, but they absolutely were in his design.
So Wally, a.k.a. son of
right,
Wally
son of Johnny Five. And I say that with no knock against it, because who cares? It doesn't hurt the movie in any respect.
No, of course not.
It's a good design for a robot that is designed to just make cubes. Of course, he's going to have like the track, like the tank tracks. Of course, he's going to have, the goggle head or whatever.
Yep, totally.
On a cube body. But that is essentially, the Short Circuit robot design.
Did this give you hope for watching another children's film?
You know what? I'll say this. Every time I've watched a Pixar film, I've enjoyed it. But there is that element of, okay, this is for kids. So I have to get past that each time. But then I enjoy the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen The Iron Giant?
I haven't seen that yet.
That's a good one.
There's lots that are good ones.
I know, but I'm trying to go off of that's maybe not as kiddish with fart jokes and annoying gag reels type thing.
Yeah. But
But
and I thought this was mercifully lacking in all that stuff.
yes.
And it really nicely existed in a world of its own with limited characters. And there didn't seem to be any. I mean, of course, they're cute characters, but there wasn't
clawingly,
Yeah,
obviously trying to market
right
a plush
appeal to
eventually.
3-year-olds and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
So I think this is, if you're on the fence on kids movies, but you've heard this is a good movie, I say watch it because you will enjoy it. There's not a lot that you have to go, okay, roll your eyes at. It's just a good science fiction movie.
All right. I love this for us. This is
And
so
if I had been a kid in 2008, I would have loved this movie. Absolutely.
My kids loved it. Of course they loved it. It's one of their favorite. They also like the what was it? Big Six or Hero Big Six or something. I don't know. There's a bunch of movies that they definitely started going to birthday parties and they would be invited to go see movies and then I didn't have to go see them. And so they'll talk about some of these kids movies and I'm like, even I haven't seen that. Now I got to go watch some of these. But that's a good one to watch. I'm very proud of you. Not to be condescending, but
And I'm proud of you.
thank you. Thank you.
You watched
Look
a good
at us.
movie. Yes.
Our growth mindset is so huge this week.
Absolutely. And I'll just say, since I talked about a kids movie, I am also still very much in depth watching The Sopranos. I'm well into season 3 right now. And I'll just give an update on this that I will admit during the first season, I didn't know if I was going to stick with it because there was some cliches I felt about it. But it is interesting how over a couple seasons they managed to grow the form of the gangsta story. And they really flesh out his home life. And the stuff with his psychiatrist is great. Yes. And really the thing that really makes this a good show, and if they didn't have him, I don't think I would have stuck with it, but James Gandolfini as Tony Soprano, his performance is just so masterful, and he makes a real scumbag very relatable and very likable.
Yes.
And a scumbag being his character, not him.
Right.
And he just turns in one of these great performances. And it's really such a shame that he died before he could really go on to, because this is the role that made him, even though he'd been acting for years and years. This was the one that made him a household name. And I saw a movie that he made either during the time of The Sopranos or right after, called In the Loop recently, and which I had actually seen before, but I missed a lot of it because I saw it in a theater and people were laughing too much, so I missed a lot of the dialogue. And it was one of those rapid fire dialogue movies.
Yep.
And it written and directed by the same guy that did the Veep series on HBO.
Okay.
So it's well worth a watch. I wish that that guy had gotten a different director to direct it, but it's very well written, and Gandolfini is great in it and doing an entirely different character, entirely different role. So you can really see he's not just like a
one-trick pony.
Yeah, one-trick pony. He's just a great actor. And so, yeah, it was a real shame when we lost him, a few years back, because he definitely had those skills.
Totally.
Yeah, kind of like a Bryan Cranston kind of guy. You just don't, until you see a Breaking Bad or whatever, you kind of take him for granted. And so until you see The Sopranos, you kind of took him for granted, and he deserved more than he had as a actor, I think.
I agree. And fear not, though, you can always visit the James Gandolfini rest stop at the Jersey Turnpike. So
yeah, I'll
welcome.
get right on that.
hey, they've got clean bathrooms and a Burger King where you can get a crown.
Well, I'm sold.
There you go.
They don't have White Castle?
No,
It's
they don't.
Joyzy.
I know, but hey, forgot about it.
Forget about it. All right. Well, we got to take a break, and then we got to talk about our top topic for this week.
Yeah, we didn't even
Our great debate.
hint about it.
No, we didn't. Should we make it a cliffhanger then?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well, if you subscribed last episode, you know what we're talking about, but we might not even know what we're talking about. So stay tuned and find out. We're coming right back with more. Don't Ask Me to Talk.
Hey, I'm Stacey Heller. I'm one of your podcast pals, along with Eric Ryder from Don't Ask Me to Talk. Are you liking what you're listening to? Awesome. We would love if you would follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram as Don't Ask Me to Talk. We also are wherever you find your favorite podcast. You can follow us, subscribe, like, rate, whatever it is that you do. You can also email us. That's asking@don'taskmetotalk.com. And if you'd like, text or leave us a voicemail at 475-999-2726. Basically, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening.
And we're back right here on Don't Ask Me to Talk. I'm Eric Ryder, one of your podcast pals.
Hey, I'm Stacey Heller, and I am so excited for this topic. Now, not really at all, actually.
Now, this is the part of the show where we talk about the topics that are on the Wheel O Topics, the aptly named Wheel O Topics. Now, I spin the wheel, and the Wheel O Topics randomly picks one each week for us to talk about. You fill in those topics on the wheel, so I always like to get a little bit of insight from you on what was the inspiration for putting a particular topic on the wheel. So in today's case, it's shower length. And by shower length, we mean the amount of time spent in with a shower.
Yes.
In
Not
a shower.
the length of your
Right.
shower curtain
Exactly.
or
Hey,
height.
I you know what? Last week when I saw shower length, I went to that space for some reason. But I just ducked it. And
Yes.
the thing that comes up immediately is like shower sizes, shower dimensions. So because I just put like ideal shower length to see if there was like a health thing like last week when I was
Sure.
trying to do research. And it's like standard shower sizes, complete 20. So I'm not the only one. I guess I have the search engine brain. But anyway, so we're talking about the length of time spent in the shower. Now,
Yes.
was there a particular inciting incident or
Yes.
discussion
Yes.
that made you want to put
Yes.
this on the wheel?
So here's the deal with the wheel. Sometimes it is filled out because of funny conversations or my warped brain, like in the case of the Michelin Man versus Kool-Aid Man is like, that'd be funny. Or sometimes it's me doing therapy. We've had that happen where I've had to talk myself off a ledge, and it really helps work through it. So this is one of those. The shower length thing has to do with our son, Charlie, who there's a few things going on here. One, I didn't know how popular it was to take showers at night. Apparently that's a thing that a couple of my kids do. Fascinating. And then the shower length for Charlie in particular, I think that I read War and Peace both in the English and Latin version in the time that it took him to take a shower once. Obviously, that's a joke, but thank you. It is the longest shower ever. Like ever. And we have a tankless water heater where apparently hot water is supposed to last for days. By the way, don't do that if you are annoyed by the length of people's showers, because he's just like in there having an existential experience or something. I don't want to know. It's horrible. So
How long are we talking? 30 minutes, an hour,
I'm going to say
20 minutes?
Like 45 minutes.
Wow, that is a lengthy shower.
Right. And then
Does he know about baths?
Well, like his mother, he doesn't want to stew in his own juices.
Well, so you take a bath, you linger as long as you want, and then you just do a quick rinse with a shower.
Yeah,
afterwards.
I don't know, man. He's just his own breed of human. But I remember, so this then made me remember when Pete and I were in an argument once about how, as a new mom, well, not so new, because at this point I had, I think, 3 of the 4 kids. Like, I just wanted to be able to take a shower where it wasn't like 2 seconds in the shower. Like, I just need 5 minutes peace. And so he was like, okay, all right, okay, everybody calm down. And so he was like, I'm going to take the kids out and you take the longest shower that you want. And so I was like, this is amazing. This is like the biggest gift. I can't believe this. I am going to be there all day. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to shave my legs. I'm going to leave conditioner in my hair for the prescribed like 3 minutes or whatever you're supposed to do. And so just out of curiosity, for shits and giggles, I timed how long that shower was. From the time that I got in to the time that I got out, it was an 11-minute shower. And it felt like the most decadent thing that I had ever taken in my entire life. I got done everything I needed to do and enjoyed it thoroughly. And so it just, all of those things made me think of shower length. So that's how we got here.
All right. Very good.
Yeah. So with that said, hey, Eric, how long of a shower do you take? And do you take it at night or in the morning?
Well, I'll start with that. I definitely take it in the morning, but the girlfriend is a shower at night person. And I don't really understand it. I guess I the feeling of being clean when you slip into sheets, especially after you've just made the bed, that probably does feel pretty great. But for me, like, the shower is an essential part of waking up in the morning. It's like that cup of tea or cup of coffee for other folks. It just is the thing that, gets the sleep crust out of your eyeballs.
Yes.
It helps you wake up and focus. And when you're putting your clothes on, you don't feel like that grossness from the sweat that you made all night long, while you were sleeping, for 8 hours, sweating and tossing and turning if you're me. So the shower just helps me reset. And so I take a shower every day, and I do it in the morning. And, if water was no object, if electricity was no object, I think I would lean towards a longer shower because I really enjoy it. But there's realities. I've got a job. I got to get dressed. I got to feed the dog. I got to drive 45 minutes to work. So my shower is typically, I think, about 8 to 10 minutes each day. And maybe I linger slightly longer on the weekend. Maybe I'm doing a 12-minute shower, 2 to 3 songs usually.
There you go. I like that.
is how I'm typically timing it. But I'll say this also: my water pressure is not great.
Oh.
And so I feel like I have to go just a little bit longer to make sure everything is rinsed away, the shampoo or whatever. I don't even use conditioner. And I typically shampoo every other day, maybe once every 3 days, rather than every day.
Which is healthy.
Yes, yeah. So I think I get that. I get that notion of enjoying a long shower. I mean, especially when I go on vacation and the shower has a better water pressure than I have. That feeling of it, just on your back and your neck with the hot water, it feels so great. In fact, one thing I think about sometimes is visiting the Blue Lagoon in Iceland, and they've got a waterfall set up that is just like warm water just pounding down on you. And if not for the line of people that also want to be in there, I would still be in there.
Wow. Okay.
Because it just feels so great. This like torrent of hot water coming down on you. And it's not so hot that you're like, ow, ow, ow. It's just like,
Soothing.
just soothing. Yes. Yeah. It feels great. So I get that. But I mean, the reality is that it's not really good for you to be spending more than, say, 15 minutes. I actually found an article on healthline.com that talks about how long a shower should take. And according to the CDC, the average shower lasts 8 minutes. If you like to linger in the shower for longer than 15 minutes, you might want to rethink your hygiene routine. Because according to board-certified dermatologist Dr. Kaminska, MD, the recommended maximum shower time is about 5 to 10 minutes. They say this is enough time to cleanse and hydrate the skin without overdoing it. Our skin needs water just like our bodies, but if we over or underdo it, then it may have consequences, she adds. If you have dry skin or eczema, it says Dr. Gonch, shorter lukewarm showers are recommended. And the Baylor College of Medicine says it's especially important to avoid hot showers in the wintry months since the heat can damage the surface of the skin, which can lead to inflammation and increase symptoms of eczema. So I do have an issue with dry skin sometimes. Maybe shorten those. Maybe I need to shorten my showers up.
Well, and they say that you should end your shower with a cold blast. It's like your pores have opened up and then you want them to close. And so I have heard that, end the last second of your shower with a cold blast of water, and that can actually be good for you.
Maybe, but I'm never doing that.
Well, and I get it. So as far as the morning and night thing, the other thing I'm going to say is I suppose I get it for especially those that have long hair, like my girls showering at night and maybe they don't want to take the time.
Sure.
But I'm like, then you're having to take the time at night to do whatever you're going to do with your hair. But as a short hair person in the morning, I wake up and my hair's crazy.
Yeah.
And so, I'm like, I need to your point, wake up, clean up, and, get up. And it's a good way for me to do it. And it's very disorienting to me to take a shower in the afternoon or evening. It's like going to the movies in daylight and you come out of the darkness and you're like, where am I?
Right.
So that's weird. And then as far as the shower length goes, I think that I am probably in that, 5 to 10 minute mark, really, because as I said, that 11-minute shower that time felt like it was forever. And I am always in and out pretty quickly.
Now, how's your water pressure there in San Antonio?
It's pretty good, although apartment living is tough because they limit how hot your water can get because they're like, we're not going to be the cause if you burn.
Right.
So there's that. But we ended up getting a new shower head that is better with the water pressure, and also it filters it because we have really hard water. And hard water is so frustrating when you're showering because it leaves a residue on your shower and on you. Yeah. And it can be really frustrating. So it's not bad, I have to say. Although, interestingly, the shower that we have in the primary bathroom is the shower in a tub. And it's one of those, Pete and I are short people. And so we have to climb into the tub. And then when we step out, you feel like you're stepping down out of the tub. But the secondary bathroom is a nice stall shower with a glass door that you just walk into. So I guess they figured that they should have the bathtub available in the primary bathroom. And I'm like, really? Like, no. But hey, not too many.
You got
complaints.
options, though.
I have
which is
options.
great.
We can
Yes.
have home and away games. So that's always exciting. But yeah, the shower pressure is not bad. And, I'm in, I'm out. I do what I need to do. I have my last moment where I have my spiritual awakening. And that's that.
I think we're in agreement. I mean, I think 5 minutes seems very short to me because, I need a little bit of time to savor it when I'm taking a shower. But, going over 15 minutes seems wild.
Diminishing marginal returns.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I think probably about 10 minutes is probably about ideal, I would think.
Yeah.
And depending on if you're actually shampooing your hair that day and how long your hair is, I also have short hair. So it's pretty quick for me to do that. And, I find that just the rinse is good enough for most days too,
I'm with you.
So I use a little bit of body wash, just for the bits.
I use a
but not too
loofah
much
and
of
body
that.
wash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think even that can be overdone if you're showering every day. So I think
I don't do that every day.
yeah, do what works for you, but maybe like once a week do the thorough clean.
Cole, my cat, says, I don't do any of that. Water is...
Tongue bath.
Yep.
That's what he recommends.
He's like, I do it every day. It's very neat and simple, and
Yes.
it doesn't make a mess. So,
Yes, I don't feel like I've fully woken up till I've had my tongue bath.
exactly. Thanks, Cole, for that. Okay. Hey, what are we talking about next week?
All right, let's find out. Let's spin the wheel here. Pile of leaves or...
Oh, this is pile of leaves or snow. Like, which is more fun to play around in?
I don't know that I've ever played around in a pile of leaves.
What? You haven't lived. But I guess you live in the evergreen state. If you haven't lived in a
California.
place, where there's deciduous trees and there's piles of leaves, you haven't lived. Same thing with fireflies.
Seen fireflies.
Okay, well, there you go.
I like them. But yeah, I'll think of something, as I often do here on the
love
show.
it. All right.
Pile of leaves or snow. I will be welcoming fall before we know it, so this is a good discussion.
Yeah, right. Wah, wah.
Yeah.
In the meantime, hey, everybody, thanks for listening. We hope that you connect with us. And again, subscribe, share, comment, leave a review. We'll talk about you. It'll be great.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great week.